I'm Carrie Bowen, Caltrans District Director, serving Los Angeles and Ventura counties, and I'm delighted you're here to celebrate the start of the $171 million I-5 pavement rehab project in Santa Clarita Valley. Funding from this project comes from the State Highway Operations Program and Planning Program account, the shop account. This project will completely rehab the outside lanes which will support freight traffic for the next 40 years. After construction is completed in 2019, millions of motorists will have longer lasting pavement, which is vital to our economy, jobs, and livability. And as you know, I-5 is a transportation backbone, thank you, of California. It is an essential route for freight and a substantial volume of trucks. Under Senate Bill 1, our new state transportation infrastructure investment program, projects will ramp up, and you'll see many more projects like these. And it's time we fix our roads to ensure smoother pavement for California's robust freight and goods movement. And I'm going to say smoother and safer pavement and projects. Senate Bill 1 provides Californians and Caltrans an opportunity to catch up on years of unfunded maintenance needs that have plagued our roadways. Caltrans and our partners at every level of government work cooperatively to provide a transportation system that meets our goals of moving people and goods safely and efficiently. So now I'd like to recognize and acknowledge a number of elected officials who are here with us today. I'm not going to introduce the people that are going to be speaking to us right now, but the people that are not going to be speaking to us. So I'd like to start with Santa Clarita City Council members, Bill Miranda and Marcia McLean, if you'd stand up. Dave Perry is here representing Supervisor Catherine Berger. Victor Lindenheim with the Golden State Gateway Coalition, who's been supporting the I-5 corridor and transportation projects for years. CHP Captain Ed Crusy, and there's another CHP member here, and I'm sorry they didn't write down your name. I'm not finding it. Oh, okay, please don't give me a ticket. And LA County Public Works Deputy Pat Perano. And thank you to our contractor on this project, Atkinson Construction, who also provided the cold iced teas. And thank you in advance to the commuters for your great patience and understanding. And I know it's the elected officials that are going to get a lot of the concerns for the temporary impacts as they drive on this project. And thank you to the Caltrans employees who do their very best to serve the public each and every day and who've worked on this project. Mark Archuleta, where are you? John Yang, John Lee. And now I'm happy to introduce our keynote speaker, Caltrans Director, Malcolm Doherty.
Hang on to those notes, don't lose them.
Are those yours?
No. Carrie, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. And I want to make sure I thank our special guests who are going to say a few words for attending, as well as all of you for coming out. This is a bigger gathering than we normally get for one of our rehabilitation projects. We usually get a lot of elected officials and a lot of interest out of our capacity expansion type projects, but I think that's a recognition of how important this project is, how significant it is, not only locally, but regionally, but also to this corridor. And I don't think I need to sell this audience on how important Interstate 5 is to the entire state, let alone to Southern California. This is a unique opportunity to get in here and rehabilitate some pavement that is 50 years old. All of our infrastructure, pavement, bridges, etc., it's getting older by the day and it's taking a pounding. Now, Carrie thanked the truck that went by and honked the horn in recognition of our little event, but the other noise is you'll hear those trucks bouncing down the freeway. And I think that's why we're doing this project, and there's many more to come from this. I do want to sidebar just for a second about the importance of taking care of our existing infrastructure, local infrastructure as well as state infrastructure. State legislature took a very tough and bold move earlier this year and signed off on by the governor to pass a new revenue package in Senate Bill 1. That is not an easy decision. It's not an easy choice, but it is something that I think is very important for the economy and the quality of life of the state of California to be able to invest in your infrastructure and keep it safe and extend the livelihood for it. Our intent here is to fix this pavement and make this good for another 40 or 50 years, such that we don't need to impact traffic. One of the things that we are doing because of the new opportunities with Senate Bill 1 is we're accelerating major maintenance works. We advertised $43 million worth of projects in July that we would not have necessarily advertised this earlier in the year. We accelerated another $240 million. And then in October, or I take that back, next week at the CTC meeting, we'll be amending $1 billion worth of projects into our program. And in October, another $2 billion because of new funding so that we can do more projects like this project here. The last thing I want to say is we want to ask the local community and the commuters for their patience during construction. We want to plead with them to drive safely. I want to thank CHP for all of their help in keeping everybody safe on a regular basis, but during the construction project, they certainly are there to help keep the motorists safe, keep my employees safe, keep the contractors and employees safe. So I thank CHP for their assistance on a daily basis. And we look forward to trying to finish this project as quickly as possible, but we do know that we're going to be making an impact during construction. We'll try to minimize that, so we'll thank you for your patience in advance. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you, Director Doherty. I also want to acknowledge the owner of Burger King, Mr. Dave Wartz, for allowing us to use his property today. Appreciate that. Our next speaker is Congressman Steve Knight, U.S. Representative for California's 25th Congressional District.
It's coming through. The wind's coming through. Okay, well, thank you. We are looking forward to this. And I, again, would ask for patience when work is being done on the road or when law enforcement is on the side of the road. Slow down and be careful because it is a dangerous time of the job that they're going to be doing. And if there are any complaints about this, just send them right to the senator's office. We have 2 of them over here. We will give out those numbers if you need them. But this is exactly, this 15.8 miles is going to be, is needed. And it's not just the smoother road, but it is the economic impact of having a bumpy road and having all the trucks and the cars going on it and them getting a little bit more beat up than on a smoother road. So we're very thankful that this is happening. We're very thankful that this is going to be as fast a process and as safe a process as it possibly can. And so, on behalf of the United States House of Representatives, we would like to present Carrie with a certificate and hold on to it because it'll be in Mojave in about 5 minutes if you don't. Okay.
Never mind. Okay. Thank you, Congressman Knight. Our next speaker is Senator Henry Stern, who represents the 27th Senate District. Please join me in welcoming Senator Stern. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie and Malcolm. Honored to be with you here today. You're just at the meridian line between Senator Wilk and my district, but this is our Burger King here, and we will stand. We will fight for this Burger King if need be. But at this point, today's an important moment to actually show that California is moving forward and that we are embracing infrastructure in a state that has to keep moving. 1 million people every week drive right past this stretch of the 5, right? 200,000 cars a day. Driving is life out here, and if transportation doesn't move, goods don't move, and the economy shuts down. And so that's why I'm proud to have stood up this year and said yes to infrastructure. I think California is showing how we can get it done. It is going to take patience, and I would echo the Congressman's words of caution to our brave men and women who serve in the CHP. And those out there working and sweating under the sun to keep our roads safe and well repaired, look out for them and think of those lives. You know, we lose life on our roads here. It feels just like an annoying commute, but this is bigger than that. You know, we lose people on our roads all the time, thousands of people every year. And transportation infrastructure may seem kind of invisible or like a pain in your neck or like avoiding a pothole, but when you see people jump the freeway or you see potholes get so egregious that you have big rigs actually falling off their axles or dangerous accidents that have been occurring all over the state of California, we're going to make people's lives safer in California. And then once we get through this project, that commute every day is going to be that much more convenient. So we got your back here. Feel free to call and complain too, because you're the ones paying for it. So, you know, we've got to deliver for you. And that's my commitment, is to keep working with Caltrans and get this thing done expeditiously, on time and cost effectively. So thank you guys for coming out. An honor to be with you here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. And what he speaks about is near and dear to my heart and to Director Doherty's heart. We did have a loss of life in District 7 last year on Labor Day on State Route 14. So I will reemphasize the need to slow down, be safe, move over if you can. It is truly dangerous and important, and the work our men and women do out on this route, whether they work for me or Atkinson or a contractor, these cars going by are deadly vehicles. I mean, they're weapons if they're going by at 70 miles an hour. So please slow down. And I appreciate your thoughts on that, and I appreciate your sharing the concern. Our next speaker is Senator Scott Wilk. He represents the 21st Senate District, and let's give a warm welcome to Senator Wilk.
Well, Congressman, we ordered the win for you because, you know, you're from the Antelope Valley, and this is like every day in the Antelope Valley, so I want to make you at home here. Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here. This is a very important project, and, you know, we did talk about the aspect of commerce, but this thing is just more than just this region. I-5 goes from BC, California to British Columbia, so BC to BC. This particular stretch is the choke point on the whole I-5, and this is so important to the West Coast transportation system that I'm really excited to see this happen. I'm with everybody else, encouraging everybody to slow down. I normally take the 14 freeway because, let's be honest, the I-5 nowadays, you never know what the traffic's going to be. But Sunday morning at 4 a.m. I was taking my wife to LAX to go back east for a wedding, and I totally forgot about it. I'm flying, Dave wasn't around, so I'm flying at 85 miles an hour. And all of a sudden I got to split, I got to decide which way to go. I totally forgot about it. So we need to be smart about that, but I'm excited about this project. It's a long time coming. It's important to commerce, important to the quality of life of the people who live here in the Santa Clarita Valley. I appreciate the $171 million investment. And with that, Carrie, you can come up and take another certificate. So thank you. So my person's here.
Thank you, Senator. We're pleased to have with us today Assemblyman Dante Acosta, who represents the 38th Assembly District.
Thank you. You want to stay right here, and we'll do our certificate and get out of the way. Wyatt, there we go. Well, this is to honor Caltrans for this work and getting this this off the ground. So, where are we? Oh, let me get rid of the glasses here. Yeah, no more. All right, now you can add that to your collection. Fantastic. Well, it's always tough going near the end because all the good stuff has been taken. But I will say something that they left out. If you notice, those of us got elected this last November, and then bang, this project is right getting off the ground here. So you can draw your own conclusions with that. But seriously, this corridor not only connects countries, but it's equally important because the Northern California and Southern California, this is where every bit of truck traffic goes. And if you notice, whenever the Grapevine shut down for snow primarily, although we did have some mudslides, they try to go around, and I think it's like 6 hours, and it costs the industry about $1 billion every time this stretch of highway is closed for any length of time. So it just shows the vital nature of it, and I would just encourage people and echo the sentiments of my colleagues, and that is to be patient, be kind, and be careful as you're coming through this, and that includes me. I come up from the other parts of my district and head to my district office in Valencia and come through this stretch of freeway. And it is a pinch point, and it's gratifying to know that Caltrans is moving this forward, and that we've got future projects with other lanes in terms of truck lanes, et cetera, that are going to be coming through here. And it's very much needed. We have new construction, new projects, new development going on up the freeway just a little ways, a few exits. And more people are finding and moving to the Santa Clarita Valley because it's a wonderful place to live. It's a great part of Southern California, and that's why it's so vital that this project gets done in such a timely manner. And I just want to thank all of those publicly that are working on this project, because it's, even though I was alluding to it happening since I got elected, this is a project that's been going on for a while, and there's a lot of people here that have put big chunks of their careers in projects like this to make sure they get off the ground. And I just want to say, on behalf of my office and the people of the 38th Assembly District, that we thank you for all your hard work and dedication. And I want to just say what an honor it is and pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Assemblymember. And it's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Mayor Cameron Smythe of the City of Santa Clarita.
He just looks like Cameron.
By what?
Just like Madonna and Cher, just Cameron.
Oh, okay, just the first name only?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Senator, for clearing that up, that I just go by a first name. The best thing about being the last speaker, is, everyone has pretty much said everything, but I'm going to say it again anyways, because I worked hard on my notes. But it is true what all of our legislators have said and the previous speakers about the importance of this. And I can speak personally. The city council is a part-time job and is my regular day-to-day work. I do drive this road several days a week, getting bound to Los Angeles. And for a city and a community of almost 250,000 people now in the city, pushing 300,000 in the valley, we have a lot of people that drive this every day. And certainly that's something that we at City Hall, I know that council members would attest to that, and the concerns about this. And so to have the improvements, to have the investment is something that we love to see, because something we always worry about here in Santa Clarita is, where are our tax dollars going? Is it always just going to Sacramento, and then does it get dispersed to other parts of the state? Well, here's a concrete example, no pun intended, of where your money is going to be spent and your tax dollars are going, is right here to make I-5 a better place. It's going to make the drive into Santa Clarita. It's going to look better. It's going to help with the cars, help with the traffic, and all of that's critically important. And so I too want to offer my thanks to our state legislators, our folks at Caltrans, and our private construction companies as well, for all stepping up to make this happen and try to get this done as quickly as possible. I'll do my best with the weather to try to keep the rains away for the year so you guys can get going. But aside from that, we look forward to everyone getting this done as quickly as possible. And thank you for spending those tax dollars here in Santa Clarita. Thank you.